So when you're buying a new build property, what happens on the completion day, the day you get your keys? The solicitor for the purchaser will do closing searches against the developer, against the site and against the purchasers if they are getting a mortgage. And those searches will be sent across to the developer's solicitor to certify and return. The purchaser's solicitor will also be transferring the balance of the purchase funds. If some of the balance of the purchase funds are coming from the Help to Buy scheme, that will be done in advance as it takes Ross 5 days to make that payment. When the solicitors for the sellers receive the funds and the searches will be certified and sent back to the purchaser's solicitor. The purchaser's solicitor will also have received for that date all of the closing documents and the transfer deed, which transfers the property out of the developer's name and into the purchaser's name. So then towards the afternoon of that date, all of that should be done, and the solicitors for both the sellers and the purchasers will confirm that the purchase has completed. At that point, the seller's solicitor will authorise the release of the keys. That will usually be done through a person on site, maybe the foreman on site, who will be given authority to release the keys to the purchaser. And they will be contacted then by that person to come and collect the keys. And then the completion date is completed. Thereafter, the purchaser's solicitor will proceed to pay the stamp duty for the purchasers for their purchase and to lodge their change of ownership application in the land registry. That's going to take a number of months because that application will be the first time application for the registration of that site. So it gets its own folio number and its own deed, and that will have to go into the mapping department of the land registry. So it'll take a number of months for registration to take place, but the ownership actually transfers to the purchasers on the day they get their keys, because their solicitor has received all of the closing documents and the deed that transfers the property into their name, and they have paid for the property. So they are the owners as of that date, but registration will take a number of months in the land registry. So I hope that was helpful in giving you some information in relation to what happens on the completion day when you're buying a new property. Have a look at some of my other videos for other information in relation to the legal process of buying a new build.